So Amber Heard has challenged her ex-husband, Johnny Depp, to do his own TV interview, quote, if he has a problem, end quote, with her repeating her defamatory allegations that he beat her during an explosive sit-down with NBC's Dateline, in which she reveals that she has a binder full of therapist notes, which she claims prove her accusations that he physically hurt her. The 36-year-old actress issued the bold ultimatum to her former spouse via a spokesperson on Friday, hours before her interview with Today Show host Savannah Guthrie is due to air in full. Quote, if Mr. Depp or his team have a problem with this, we recommend that Johnny himself sit down with Savannah Guthrie for an hour and answer all her questions. A spokesperson told dailymail.com after a series of clips from the interview were aired on Today and on Peacock, in which Heard branded Depp a liar and doubled down on claims that he beat her and SA'd her during their relationship. Honestly, to me, this sounds like another defamatory lawsuit in the works, but hey, do you, Amber? So there's actually a growing boycott right now to not watch the Dateline special featuring Amber Heard. Mainstream media has continually been changing the narrative to favor Amber over Johnny Depp. Good Morning America was actually caught misquoting the juror and made it seem like he thought both Johnny and Amber were toxic, but he actually only said he thought Amber was the toxic one. Yeah, completely misquoted by GMA. So in the interview with Amber Heard, Savannah asked about her new evidence that wasn't allowed in the US trial, but was allowed in the UK. And I actually put them side by side, and you can tell that they look forged by Amber herself. So Amber called these doctor notes, but clarification revealed that they were actually therapist notes, not doctor notes, not like x-rays or anything. They weren't allowed in the US trial because they were considered hearsay evidence. Yeah, because anybody can walk into their therapist and call themselves the Queen of England. Doesn't make them that they are the Queen of England. You know what I mean? So according to Guthrie and Dateline, which was given access to the so-called binder, the notes contained descriptions conveniently dating back to January 2012. So that's weird because her story was always the incidents between her and Johnny started in 2013. And what happened was she was actually called out for this because she submitted a photo to TMZ that the metadata on it said 2012. And all of a sudden she backtracked and it's like, oh, no. The incident started in 2012. But her story was always, for years, 2013. Now suddenly she has all these notes to prove that it actually did start in 2012. So Heard told her therapist, Depp, quote, hit her, threw her on the floor. And then 8 months after that, he, quote, ripped her nightgown, threw her on the bed, end quote, which to me honestly sounds more steamy than anything violent. I mean, they use those texts about, oh, there's more I would do to your throat, and I don't mean injury, as like, you know, proof that Johnny is violent towards Amber, but those were texts that were for more adult in nature. They had nothing to do with, you know, hurting Amber. So, and then in 2013, he threw her against a wall and threatened to kill her. The notes alleged, the convenient notes. They were also very questionable looking. I mean, most therapist notes would come in bullet point format, and her writing actually matches up with these notes. So like when you go to a therapist, it would be like bullet points, not like paragraphs and all this stuff. And in my opinion, it looks like she could have written these notes herself. And also what's interesting, and you guys pointed this out on my last YouTube video, therapists need to report physical violence between partners because the therapist did not report it to authorities, and there are absolutely no records of police involvement throughout this entire case, which lasted years. It casts a lot of doubt on the authenticity of the records, because if you're in a therapist and you're telling them, hey, I am getting all these, you know, crimes against me, it's their right to go and tell the authorities. They're supposed to do that. The fact that she has years worth of these altercations and not one police record, I think calls into question these notes, on top of the looks to me like forgery. So Amber has always testified under oath that the events between her and Johnny started in 2013. But as I said, when she produced an image of a bloodied lip that wasn't put into evidence in the US trial, she leaked it to TMZ. The metadata on that picture revealed that it was taken in 2012 and the whole world saw her get caught out. So this was an obvious flaw in her story and completely changed the timeline of events she has stated for multiple years. She's testified multiple times under oath that it all started in 2013. So what does she do? Well, she's, in my opinion, a psychopath. She begins saying 2012 in her interview with Dateline. Suddenly, she has the medical records to back this year up too. Once again, Amber's story has changed and there are new and convenient details at every turn. She's trying to gaslight the world, and NBC and Today Show are giving her the platform to do it. So that's why we're calling for a boycott. Please watch the Dateline clips on YouTube. This sort of misinformation should not be spread, and it looks like the world needs a restraining order against Amber Heard. So what do you guys think of the authenticity of these notes that she suddenly remembered she had after she was called out publicly for changing the timeline of events? Sound off in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe by hitting my face right here.